What's up, dedicated Dragon Ball denizens? I'm Ryan, and we're here for another episode of the Hawks Dragon Ball Nest, fresh off a new mic. Let me know how the sound's going. Comment. But we are going to get my predictions, or more so, really like what I hope happens with the ban list that is coming. So anyway, we're going to get into Cell and Boo, which the producer's letter announced those decks were going to be addressed. So we'll get my feedback on what I think should and could get banned / limited. Okay, let's go over Boo, the Boo deck first. I've got Bobbity up here, and Bobbity's already at 1. But please, can we just let this Bobbity die? It's terrible when we see it. Boos are still not that tough for them to find with all of the cantrips and draw power that they're running. Can we just cut this guy? Ban him, please. That's what I'm hoping for. Okay, next up, we've got Buuhan. So this is it's a problematic card in the deck. Is it the most problematic, or is it that bad to deal with now? If you get rid of the Bobbity, completely ban it, not a terrible card. Not that bad to see if we get rid of the Bobbity. What are we going to do with this? I think we leave him alone. I think we're going to go ahead and leave this Boo alone. Please just finish and ban the Bobbity, and it's not that bad. Okay, so what's next? Let's move on to our next one, which is going to be the 4-cost Boo. So I'll show him this one. So this one is the newest annoying card of the set. It does way too much, and I think we can all agree in that. Sure, at 0 combo, it's a 4-cost 30k. Can't be KO'd by skills. On play and when KO'd, he rests everything and draws a card. And if it was on play or KO'd, it wouldn't be that bad. Okay. However, it's terrible when it's not. But let's really think about this. Let's really think about this. When you see him alone, what I mean is when he's played out on turn 5 plus, when your opponent doesn't have the double strike, is he that bad? I think he's only as bad as he is because he's coming out with a double strike, resting all of your board, your entire board, and if you have energy up too, and then he's hitting you, and then the double strike's hitting, and then a lot of times it's really difficult to remove him, so he's just stacking up every single turn and then just getting ready for that double strike to hit. Still, really think about this. I personally think that we can keep him alone. I think we can leave him be, and he is not going to be that bad. Okay. Because the next cards are where the issues are with Boo, and they've been so for a long time. These are cards that should have been addressed in the first place without just limiting Bobbity to 1. Okay, Majin Buu Kid, the buff Boo. Buff Boo, I think, is the biggest issue with this deck right now. Activate main once per turn, KO one of your battle cards if you guys Majin, card to active mode. So he is just too good as a 3-cost 30k body. That in theory sounds terrible. Oh, you can only hit with him once, sure, but you KO a card. And the problem with him is that he's played with the double strike. So he's played with the double strike. Let's say even if you're at 4, you're gonna get hit with 2 30k swings. Whatever your opponent had on board last turn, if anything, the leader swing to try to get you down to 2. And you may survive that one turn. You may have enough combo power in hand to survive these 2 30k swings and a double strike swing. But are you going to next turn? Highly doubtful. They're going to throw the same thing out there. They're sure they're only going to get 1 attack with him, but now we're talking about 3 30k swings. And that's that. With this card, and also with that 4-cost, who's a lot of times you're playing the 4-cost on turn 4, drawing a card, resting the board. If he's not removed, then we're going to go 5-cost into the 3 double strike, and this guy is just going to use that 4-cost when they're going for game as a target to draw a card on KO and be able to hit. This Boo, I think it is time for him to go. It's time for him to go. We need to ban him. I think a complete ban is in order. It just needs to happen. There's just too much. Even if they get to 6 energy and they're playing 2 of these guys out and they've got 4 30k swings, it's just too. Okay. Now the final one here is going to be the double strike, and admittedly I struggle with this one a little bit. What do I want to do? I agree this is a problematic card. I want to wonder, like, what if the 3 cost is it that terrible? Even with the 4 cost, right? When he's playing the 5 into the 4 cost SR, is it that bad? I'm actually pretty happy with that. It's not easy, but at least I'm only going to get hit with the 30k and then a 35, and it's a lot easier to defend. When it gets tough is like he's just playing this turn in and turn out. And also it's just too easy to find for them with all the draw power. I'm on the fence, I have to be honest, but I think this one's a limit. I think we limit this one to 1 or 2 and it won't be that bad. Okay, now let's move on to Cell. Okay, Cell, we've got some issues with a lot of the engine of that deck. It's way too powerful, even though it's kind of funny because we talk about how it hasn't really won a lot, but it's always topping, and it really just gatekeeps a lot of decks. Like a lot of decks, you have to ask the question, can it beat Cell? If it's a no, the deck is just unplayable, and that's not fun. There's a lot of really fun decks that I think could do really well and make people have a lot more fun in this game if Cell wasn't such a issue right now. So we'll talk about these. Android 18. Now, it does make it really easy to find all your pieces, okay? It's on its own a piece for Cell, right? We need that Android 18 on field. We need to be able to use it in order to get the chain started. But it's a searcher, so it does a lot. It's funny because when I first saw this card, you can look back and I'll readily admit I thought this was one of the worst SRs I've ever seen. But then you see the rest in how it works in that Cell chain, and it's really good. However, on its own, I don't think that this card is that terrible if we address some other pieces of the deck. So I'm going to say we leave SR18 alone. I think we leave it alone. Just like Brittany, leave her alone. Okay, now the next one is the 4 cost Cell. This card is a big issue. It's a 10k combo for one. It's 25k 4 cost. We're minusing 10k from someone else, and then this is how we start our chain. Obviously, we're going to place that android we just talked to, or a cantrip 18, or really any other 18 out there in drop. Play a Cell of 30k power from hand, and we're drawing a card. So he's replacing himself, and then when we play Cell, he's replacing himself in hand too. So it's just ridiculous that those two work too well. The problem with doing anything with this card is the deck dies. The entire deck is dead if we even limit this Cell. And I don't want that, okay? I think that we do want to leave Cell out there. We want to let him be playable. I think the game is healthier when we can get as many colors as possible, competitive. And I'm not sure if Red really has it yet. I think Trunks has some potential, but I don't think he has it yet. I think, again, we address other cards and we leave this one alone, okay? Next one comes my first really tough decision here. This one is the 5 cost Cell that obviously gets the chain going into its second part. It's a 5k, 30k, 10k. And obviously on play, we're adding a 4 less to hand. So if we don't have another of the cells in hand, 4 costs, we just grab them back. Or we can grab really anything we want from the deck. A self-destruct, a Cell Junior, an 18 if you want her. And then another huge issue with this card is that when KO'd, if your leader is Android, only play an Android 18 with a cost of 2 drop, okay? So that's an issue because you almost like can't KO him, or you have to strategically KO him. and because you're basically then giving him a free card. And I think where they really messed up with this card is that it doesn't come in rest mode. Almost any other card that when a KO effect happens, usually they're played in rest mode. And that makes it to where your opponent can decide they want to continue to pressure the leader or just go after that card just played out. And that's not an option here on defense. And then let's not even talk about offensively how you can strategically just use self-destruct on this guy after attacking to get another Android 18 out there, a 2 cost to attack and go for game, when we're also playing out 3-4 Cell Juniors if we want, and also going out with a gigantic hand size that we could just combo a card from there. This card was dramatically overtuned. It's an issue. But I'm still on the fence. Do we ban it outright or do we limit it? I think if we limited it, it wouldn't be terrible. I'm gonna go limit over outright ban. There are other targets. We did get another 30 cost cell that comes in as a 40k. That's not as bad. It's not great, but I'm gonna say I'm going with limit. Okay, limit to maybe 2 though. I think 1 might be a little bit too restrictive. 3 and 4 is too much. That's gonna put a timer on him. You know, your opponent knows I only have to deal with 1 or 2, and as far as I know, there's no real way to recur this guy. Okay, so I think that might do it, but I don't know. Let me know. Okay, next up we have Cell Junior, another card that, you know, on the surface when a lot of people saw it, didn't really think it was going to be that crazy of a card. But the thing is, if your leader is Android and you have a cell with 30k original power of 30k or more, you play without paying the cost. On play, you're choosing a battle area card and it's getting -5k for the turn. So the thing about this guy is he can pressure your leader, right? With Cell's gigantic hand, they can just hit a 10k or even a 5k from hand, but they don't really have 5ks, they have all 10ks. This is ridiculous about the deck. And they can hit your leader, or they can get your body down to what they need to 15k or less and just attack into that body, or they're playing it out to reduce the cost so that they can use a self-destruct. This card is just way too flexible as is, and it gives your cell way too many ways to finish the game. This one's another one. I don't know if an outright ban is necessary. This one's a limit. I almost want to limit it to 1. Would that make it useless? I think it really like gets its strength from playing 2 or more, but I don't know. Maybe limit it to 2, maybe to 1. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments about that. But let's talk about the final card, and this is, in my opinion, the biggest problem with the deck. This card alone, it just makes the deck be able to clear entire boards while also pressuring your opponent's leader and drawing a card. Like, that's crazy. Activate main is KO a battle card with Android and special traits. If your leader is Android only, draw a card, then choose a battle card with 30k or less and KO it. Like, that's crazy. And the fact that it's just too flexible of a card and does too much with the deck makes it we're KOing a 30k. It's way, I mean, almost any card when we're playing out the 4 cost cell is going down to 30, right? There's only a few 50+ K cards out there. There's a few 45s. So we're talking about, you know, a 40k or less is down to 30 and now susceptible to self-destruct. As soon as Cell hits 6 energy, they can do anything that turn, where they're going to play an 18 for 1, they're going to play a cell for 4, they're going to play a self-destruct for 1, and by the end of that, you're going to probably be down at least 1 life, and you are not going to have a board. It doesn't matter how much, if you had 3 or 4 bodies on that board, they're probably gone because they played Cell Juniors, self-destructs, and hit you with multiple attacks. But without this card, it weakens the deck. It weakens the deck. It doesn't allow it. It's minusing 1 KO from the board. It's eliminating their ability to KO their 5 cost cell and get an extra strike in. It's eliminating just a lot of stuff. I think this is the card that we need to hit. We need to just ban this card outright. Bell does not die. It just gets a lot weaker. So that's what I think we should do. I'm hoping that we see it. I hope that Bandai gets it right this time, because last time they completely fumbled the bag on the ban list. If you saw my reaction video with reacting live, it was not good. Okay, so let's get it right this time, Bandai. Please ban the right cards, limit the right cards. All right, well, that's going to do it for this episode of the Hawks Dragon Ball Nest. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments too what you think of the mic. Do I need to make some adjustments on it? It feels a lot better for me. The sound, it's easier to pick up sound, which has been an issue for me with the Blue Snowball. So anyway, that's that. So you'll see more of that there. So if you liked what you saw, hit that subscribe button and become part of the Hawks Nest. Fearless flock of fabulous folks who love to do out here. All about making videos. Let's see what the ban list is like. I will have a reaction to that. I believe that should be coming out Monday morning for me. I'm going to hop on before work, get up a little bit early, get a live reaction to the ban list and post that so you'll get my reaction. Will I be happy? Will I be sad? Find out. Until then, we'll see you next time.